Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. Today, we've got a brand new story to share with you. So let's begin. Life often feels like a delicate balancing act, where one impulsive choice or fleeting moment of weakness can send everything we hold dear spiraling into ruin. As I sit here now, retracing the past, I wish more than anything that I could rewind time, to undo the reckless words that tumbled from my lips that fateful night, to erase the damage I inflicted upon the person who loved me most. Alcohol may have loosened my tongue, but I cannot blame the drink entirely. The truth is, I was the architect of my own downfall. My name is Emily, and this is a haunting story of how I lost the best thing that ever happened to me. At 30 years old, I was married to Luke, a man who embodied everything a woman could hope for in a partner. He was kind, reliable, and selfless to a fault. He wasn't just a man of words. He was a man of action. If I was sick, he nursed me back to health. If I was overwhelmed, he stepped in without being asked. He ran a small business that demanded long hours, yet he never let it overshadow his devotion to our marriage. He knew my coffee order by heart, instinctively recognized when I needed comfort before I even voiced it, and made me feel safe in a world that often felt chaotic. His love was steady, unwavering, a foundation I could always lean on. In the beginning, I cherished these qualities. I fell in love with his quiet strength, his dependability, and the way he made me feel like the most important person in his world. But over time, something inside me shifted. As I spent more time with friends, listening to their stories about their spontaneous, adventurous partners, men who took them on extravagant trips, who were more daring, more conventionally attractive, I began to wonder if I was missing out. Social media only fueled my discontent. My feed flooded with images of seemingly perfect couples living lives of passion and excitement. I began comparing Luke to these curated fantasies, and though I knew, deep down, that love wasn't about grand gestures or physical appearances, the doubts took root. The once warm glow of our marriage began to feel like a dim, comfortable light, safe but uninspiring. Then came the night that changed everything. A simple girl's night out turned into something far more dangerous. The drinks flowed freely, dissolving my inhibitions and amplifying the discontent I had let fester inside me. Laughter turned to reckless chatter, and before I knew it, I was voicing thoughts I hadn't dared acknowledge sober. By the time I stumbled home, my vision blurred and my mind clouded. Luke was waiting for me, ever patient, ever concerned. He helped me inside, ensuring I was safe, his gentle hands steadying me when my own legs failed me. And yet, instead of gratitude, all I felt was frustration, a misplaced resentment that boiled over in 6 cruel, unforgivable words. "I'm not even attracted to you anymore." The moment the words escaped, I saw the light in his eyes flicker, a shadow of hurt overtaking his face. But Luke didn't fight back. He didn't demand answers or argue. He simply stood there, absorbing the blow, the weight of my betrayal sinking into his very being. The night blurred into a haze, but the next morning, when a hangover gave way to clarity, the devastation in his eyes remained burned into my memory. He sat at the edge of the bed, staring at the floor, his silence suffocating. When he finally spoke, his voice was quiet, trembling with barely restrained pain. "Is that what you really think of me?" Hearing my own words echoed back was a gut punch. Panic clawed at my chest as I scrambled to undo the damage. I blamed the alcohol, insisting I hadn't meant it, that it was nothing more than a drunken slip. But Luke just nodded, his expression unreadable, before standing up and walking out of the room. And with that, something between us shifted irrevocably. From that moment on, he was different. He didn't lash out, didn't retaliate with anger or accusations. Instead, he withdrew. The thoughtful texts throughout the day ceased. The casual touches that once grounded me disappeared. He no longer checked on me, no longer reached for me at night. Our home, once filled with warmth and laughter, became unbearably silent. Desperate, I tried to fix it. I cooked his favorite meals despite my lack of culinary skills, left love notes in his bag, reminiscing about the happy times. One night, I even tried to initiate intimacy, hoping to bridge the growing distance between us. But he looked at me with tired, sorrowful eyes and simply said, "Not tonight, Emily. Maybe another time." That time never came. Instead of facing the damage I had caused, I made another mistake. One Friday night, suffocated by silence and self-loathing, I sought an escape. I told myself I just needed a distraction, that a night out would help clear my mind. And that's when I met him, a stranger at the bar, charming and confident. Everything Luke was not. When he leaned in and murmured, "You look like you've had a rough day. I should have walked away." But I didn't. I let him talk to me, let his attention fill the void I had created. And then, before I could stop it, I let him kiss me. The instant our lips met, nausea churned in my stomach. It wasn't excitement, wasn't passion. It was regret, raw and immediate. And then I saw him, Luke, sitting in his car, watching. He didn't storm in, didn't cause a scene. He simply rolled up the window and drove away. That was the moment I knew I had lost him. The next morning, I clung to a desperate hope that there was still a chance, that I could somehow explain it away. But when I walked into the kitchen, he was already there, calm, composed, yet unmistakably resolute. "You made it clear last night that you don't respect me or our marriage," he said. I begged, pleaded, swore that it meant nothing. But he only shook his head, pain flickering across his face. "I need some time to think." And then he packed his bags and left. He never came back. It has been 6 months. Luke is thriving, dating someone new, a woman radiant with the kind of happiness I once took for granted. Meanwhile, I live with the wreckage of my choices. My friends have drifted away, unsure how to comfort me, and even my own mother, upon learning what happened, simply shook her head and said, "Emily, you had everything and you threw it away." She was right. This is not a story of redemption. There is no happy ending, no miracle that sets things right. This is a cautionary tale, a painful lesson that I carry with me every day. If you take anything from my story, let it be this. Love is not about fleeting excitement or superficial comparisons. It is about commitment, about recognizing the worth of the person who stands by your side. And if you fail to appreciate what you have, if you let selfishness and doubt cloud your vision, you may wake up one day to find it's gone forever, and you will spend the rest of your life haunted by that realization. Thank you so much for watching until the end. If you really like our videos, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day.